Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? So I wanted to talk about Canelo Alvarez and, why more fighters should be like Canelo Alvarez. Now, you might look at the title, watch this video and say, well, Contender Regime, what do you mean more fighters should be like Canelo Alvarez? You always giving Canelo shit for all the bullshit that they be doing, right? Now, hear me out. We know that Canelo Alvarez has, he's popped dirty for drugs. We know that he's been very strategic as far as with his, picking certain opponents and how he picks them. And for the most part, avoiding the very best competition. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all know how I feel about that. But I do love the fact that Canelo Alvarez is extremely active. I love the fact that Canelo Alvarez always has a fight date. Now, traditionally, guys used to fight 3, 4, 5 times a year. But the times has changed over the past, I say, 5 to 7 years, 10 years. Guys are fighting at the most 2 times a year. Established fighters anyway. Of course, the younger guys are going to try to get as many fights as they can possibly get up under their belt, the guys that are unproven. But for the most part, the established fighters have been fighting 2 times a year. Now, Canelo Alvarez, I would say since 2013, he's been fighting twice a year. But he's never broken that schedule. He's always fought at least twice a year since that time frame. And before then, he was fighting 3 times, 4 times, 5 times a year. He got almost 60 fights up under his belt. That shows you alone that he's been extremely active. Extremely active. And he's only 30 years old, about to be 31 this year. Extremely active. And he's getting better. Even if he's not fighting the best competition, he's still getting better. He's staying sharp. He's sharpening his craft. And you know what else that does for a fighter? It keeps you in shape. When you always got a fight date, you always in shape. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no blowing up crazy between the fights. You always in shape and you sharp. You know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez just fought December. Now he's about to fight this guy Yildirim this weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's February, man. Canelo Alvarez already back in the ring and he already got another fight date for May. Canelo Alvarez fuck around and fight 4 times this year. You know what I'm saying? That is another reason why he's on the level that he's on. That's why you see consistent improvement in his game time after time after time, because he stay in the gym. He's a gym rat. He stays in the gym and he keeps a fight date. Why these other dudes playing around, picking and trying to see who they gonna fight, holding out for this fight and that fight and, trying to be, what I'm saying, Big Daddy Big Nuts. You feel me? Trying to be the big man on the block and shit. Canelo Alvarez in the gym. He getting ready for a fight. It don't matter who he fight. He can fight your grandma. He can fight your uncle. You know what I'm saying? He can fight Pookie down the street. It don't matter who he fight. He getting in the gym because he know he got a fight coming up. That man staying sharp and he on his game. That's what these other fighters need to be doing. If you gonna fight 2 times a year, you need to keep that schedule going. You can't miss no year. You can't have a year where you only fight 1 time. Now, of course, last year, 2020, pandemic year, that's a one-off. But you can't be taking years off and not fighting your 2 times a year. And if you can, you need to up it like Canelo doing this year. You need to up it to 3 times a year, 4 times a year if you can. It don't matter who you fighting. Stay active. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love the young kid, Jerron Boots Ennis. Jerron Boots Ennis just had a fight with Chris Van Heerden. Of course, it ended in the first round, no contest due to the whole headbutt thing. But he back in the ring. He back in the ring. He got a fight with Sergey Lipinets in April. Back in the ring, ready to go. Already got a fight scheduled. You know what I'm saying? My boy Jamel Charlo, I know Jamel, he's most likely about to fight for Undisputed versus Castaño. So, you know, I'm pretty sure he was waiting on that. But, you know, Jamal had a fight September. I don't know who he fight next. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who Earl Spence gonna fight next. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know who Tank Davis gonna fight next. These guys fought before Canelo. They fought before Jerron Boots Ennis. And they already got fight dates ready to go right now. Man, look, if you could take one thing away from Canelo, it's the activity, man. You got to be active. Stay in the gym, man. Keep your shit going. Now, one would say, well, Contender Regime, he did get caught for using clenbuterol, which is something that enhances your stamina and your endurance and your conditioning. You know, so maybe that's why he's able to stay active. I don't know what it is. But you need, whatever he doing, you need to get on that program and stay active, man. Keep these fights going. That's how you stay in the limelight. That's how you stay in the conversation. That's how you stay active. How you stay, you know, continuing to get better, sharpening your skills, you know, by fighting. All that sitting on the shelf for 6 and 7 months, man, that's some bullshit, man. You need to stay active. All these fighters should take a page up out of Canelo Alvarez's book, man, and stay active. We just heard Adrian Broner tell you, like, bruh, I need fight dates. You know, I need fight dates, or else I ain't gonna be the same. I ain't gonna be able to stay out of trouble. I ain't gonna be able to stay in shape. I need fight dates. You gotta stay active, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. How do y'all feel about, you know, these guys being inactive too long in between fights, blowing up in weight? You know, having a whole lot of ring rust because they not fighting as often as they should. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender Regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.